Hiya guys, welcome back to Wentworth Life, the YouTube channel that talks all things Wentworth. If you're new to the channel and have a huge love for Wentworth, then hit that subscribe button right now for all future updates. And if you want to connect with me on social media, or if you want to follow some of my other YouTube channels, I will leave links underneath this video. Okay, so my good friend Sean recently sent me an interview video that he had with Jane Hall, who plays new baddie Anne Reynolds, and it was such a good interview. I mean, I ended up asking him if I could share it all with you guys on this channel, and he said yes. Now, of course, the cast and crew are not allowed to give anything away for the final season, but during this interview there are a lot of interesting things that Jane talks about for the final chapter, and it's safe to say that we are in for one hell of a huge season this year just by going on what Jane says. So grab yourself a cuppa, get yourselves comfy, and let's take a look at this 15-minute interview.
Hey Sean, hey, can you hear me okay?
Hiya, hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Thank you for joining. I just wanted to connect you with Jane. I'm going to hop off and I'll be back in 15.
Okay, Kiana. Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Hello. Hiya, Jane. Hello. I'm fine. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah, it's actually really, really nice to actually meet you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Nice to meet you too. It's the first time I've done these things, so I don't really know what's going on.
I know, yeah. I just like to say that I love your character as Anne Reynolds. Amazing. So obviously very, very different from the original character, you know, that was in Prisoner.
Oh, yeah. Well, I never saw any old Prisoner, but I know, was it Gerda Nicholson? That's that. Yes. She played my character. Yeah. But I think what they did with these heritage characters is they just sort of, they use the names, but not the kind of original characterizations.
Yes, that's right. And of course, you know, Marcia and her team of writers are outstanding, aren't they? Phenomenal. They
are incredible. The writing and Marcia's storylining and just her overall vision of for Wentworth has just been phenomenal, and she's been on board right from the get-go. And
that's right, yeah.
I mean, look, if I was ever trying to get a series created, I would want to do it with Marcia. I think she's wonderful. Yeah, all our writers are wonderful, and you know, there's been particular episodes that I've liked, you know, more than others, but as a general overview, I don't think you can get any better than Marcia at the end.
No. I agree. She is absolutely outstanding, isn't she? She really is.
Are you a writer?
I'm not. No. I'm actually a registered nurse.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Where do you nurse?
I'm now. Well, I've actually just almost coming up to retiring. I used to work in orthopedics years back, but you know, I've now been working in elderly care. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm two years into my midwifery degree.
Really? Oh, excellent. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really into that as a I'm really interested in the caring professions as well.
That's right. With Wentworth, I love the actual connection that you have with Kate Atkinson. Really, really good. And also with Jackie Brennan. I was very lucky to actually also, you know, meet you know, Jackie last year, you know, via Kiana. And you know, what a lovely person, and we were having these chats.
Adorable. She actually, both of those women made me feel so incredibly welcome. Yes. And they were really the two that kind of drew me in to the Wentworth family. Jackie's an amazing host. She loves to have people over to her house. Before this whole COVID thing happened, we would go around, hang at her house, and she'd cook up big feasts. And, and I knew Kate as Kate was a friend of mine before I started.
Okay,
we already knew each other. So, but yeah, I enjoyed very much working with both of them, and they were very, very, very welcoming.
I actually picked up, obviously, you can't obviously, you know, say about the final 10, but I did pick up, I think it was I think it was episode 10 of part A of, you know, season 8, when Jackie comes out of Will's office and she's been, you know, reinstated. And you're also opposite, you're coming out of a room or something, and your eyes just catch each other, and there's this smirk as if to say, we've got him, there's something going on here. It's really good.
Yeah, well, you might be onto something there, can't give anything away.
No, of course not.
Yeah, but, well, Anne tries to get Anne tries to make sure she's got Linda Miles under her, you know, control. I think.
That's right. Yeah. Was it really daunting, you know, going into, you know, Wentworth, because it's, you know, it is such a, well, it's all over the world, isn't it? It's a, you know, global phenomenon.
I was so anxious and so very worried that I'd make a hash of it, but I didn't, thank goodness. And I was extremely nervous, and everyone, like lots and lots and lots of really great actresses went for my role, and I was just determined to win it and determined that I would play it. I understood her. But yes, I was very, very nervous about being such a juggernaut. And also, I was a super fan before I was even in it. So, you know, that whole other level of just adoring the actors and adoring the program, and then trying to get my head around the fact that I was actually going to be in it.
And I think also what you know, also what was really good was that, you know, obviously you were obviously classed as the 3 newbies, but there was the, you know, there was the wonderful Kate Box and also Zoe going in at the same time as well. Yeah. Phenomenal. Yeah.
They are both extraordinary performers, and I think some of my favourite scenes in Wentworth as a whole were some of my scenes with Kate Box, because she's a mesmerising actor, and when you're working with her, you get completely sort of swallowed up in the process and really lost. She's very present, and she's very in the moment, and you know, you can't help but go with that. And
because
also, it's scary too, you know.
Yes,
it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, I also remember you from your Neighbours days. When you played opposite the actress that played the original Reb Keane, wasn't it, from Prisoner? Janet Andrew Wather, is it? She played Lynn Scully. And she was the original Reb Keane from Prisoner. Yeah.
But she didn't play, again, I would say, you know, they've reused the names, but not the...
No, that's right.
Obviously, Janet's Reb was very different to Zoe's Reb.
Very. But again, it is such a clever storyline, so clever. Yeah.
They are wonderful.
Very,
and, you can have a brilliant storyline, but you need to have brilliant actors to be able to bring it to life.
Yeah.
You know, everyone in Wentworth's pretty top-notch, I reckon.
So how do you feel about your character of Anne? What do you like about her, and what do you dislike about her? I know it's quite a, you know...
That's a broad question, but actually it's quite interesting because they've written Anne as a baddie, essentially. So she's not one of the good guys. And
but you were so right about Judy Bryant.
Oh, I know. That's exactly right.
100%.
She hates terrorists, obviously, because of what happened to her daughter. And I understand. I really enjoyed playing Anne, not just as a straight kind of baddie, but as a very complex human who has really lost most of herself, other than her drive to succeed at work. And I see her as actually quite unbalanced in a way, and possibly having some sort of undiagnosed mental health issues too, because particularly as you will see what unfolds in the second 10,
right.
You know, Anne teeters a bit on the very edge of control, I think. And she is, but I understand her and I love her and I know where it's all coming from. But yeah, she was difficult to play in that I had to get across a whole kind of very broad range of emotions.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I say I've obviously got some questions written down. Did you audition for any other role in Wentworth at any time?
Never.
Right.
No, this is the only one, and I did 2 auditions for this role, and each time I was utterly terrified, but thankfully it went my way.
Right. As I say, all the actors are absolutely outstanding, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. What was it like actually meeting Pamela Ray? Because she is outstanding, isn't she? Phenomenal.
I was very nervous.
Oh.
I had met Pam before, but Pam is not the freak. Like, Pam is actually very gentle, and very and fairly quiet and reserved, and she has a great kind of benevolent kindness around her. So she is very, very different to the freak. She's not menacing at all. And
I actually had the actual honour of actually meeting her in London a couple of years ago at a meet and greet.
Meet and greet sort of thing.
Yes, yeah. I met her twice. I met her at when she was there on her own, and then a week later she appeared with the original Joan from Prisoner, Maggie Kirkpatrick. So they were both together, and that was amazing. Absolutely amazing experience.
Goodness me. Well, you act. What you don't know about Pam is she's actually got a very dry sense of humour. She can be very, very funny, and that sort of comes as a surprise, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, Anne obviously does have this hidden agenda, doesn't she? Which very much so. And I can imagine that these last 10 episodes are actually going to be such a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, they are. And you know that I can't give anything away.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I think that by virtue of the fact that it's the very end of Wentworth, that it's actually completely coming to an end, you can expect some twists and turns as they sort of close off some storylines. Lots of things sort of come to fruition, and it's a shock. It's a shock.
I can.
It's momentous for everyone filming it too.
Yes,
a lot of those actors had been with it since the very first episode, and that makes it so they'd made more than 100 episodes of Wentworth, and I think that is a huge endeavour and a massive thing to come to the end of, But it's a very intense time shooting those last 10, and of course we had all the COVID as well. So the way we actually shot,
of course, that's right.
Yeah, so we had all restrictions in place.
Prior to the Australian lockdown, had you previously made a couple of the last episodes, but then had to stop?
We'd made the first 10 completely.
Yeah, so they were.
Everything you've seen was made prior to the lockdown.
Yes,
and everything that you will see this year was made. And I don't think we'll be able to tell the difference. It's just the way the machination of filming changed.
But I can certainly see it going out with a bang.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone's saying, yeah.
It's just actually popped up on the screen that we've only got 2 minutes left, Jane. Yeah, but it's been lovely talking to you. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to ask?
I do. They're all on bits of paper. Let's say, have you worked with any of the actors, before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. On various bits and pieces, because I've been acting in Australian stuff since I was 13. So I've come across many of the actors in other programs. Yeah.
I think the character that they brought in, I think it was near the end, wasn't it? And I think she's going to be a tour to deal with is Marta.
Marta's only in a couple of episodes.
Oh, is she? Oh,
yeah.
right.
So
yeah.
She's not in the whole
of the 10, last 10.
Yeah. And I actually didn't do any work with Marta. She was mostly downstairs because she's a prisoner, and I spend my time upstairs with the governor.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just trying to find these questions. They're all on different pieces of paper, really.
Very well organised.
Yeah, so it was obviously, what was it like actually, going into such an established, show as Wentworth?
Well, I was very, very, very nervous about that. Full of anxiety. But once I was welcomed, in particular by Kate and Jackie Brennan, I felt instantly at ease. They made me feel instantly at ease. And
I've heard also from other actors that apparently Robbie looks after everyone on set.
Robbie is the most delightful human being, and he just brings everyone together. He just hosts activities and keeps the spirit up, and even during hard times you can always rely on Robbie to make everything buoyant. He's hysterical. He's really, really funny.
Oh, yeah.
But I think
that's absolutely
it's been lovely to talk to you, and thank you for having you.
And you, Jane, as well. Yeah, it's been really, really good. Okay.
Thanks so much, Sean. Sean, you had great questions.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, Kiana. Take care. And as I say,
thank you.
Happy New Year. Stay safe.
You. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jane. Bye-bye. Cheers.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
And that was the amazing interview between Sean and Jane Hall, who plays Anne Reynolds. So even though not much is given away, it's safe to say that we are in for some shocks later on this year, and I am very excited. I just have to thank Sean for sharing this interview with me and the rest of the world, and if any of you are interested in having a Zoom meeting with a Wentworth cast member, then all you've got to do is head over to Facebook and search for Wentworth Con. And there you will be able to see all the upcoming cast interviews. I am patiently waiting for a Boomer appearance, and I'd also love to have a chat with Leah Purcell, who plays Rita Connors. And what I will do, guys, is I will also leave direct links below this video to Wentworth Con and to Sean's Wentworth Facebook group, which has over 33,000 members. Make sure you check them all out. Okay guys, so I'm not going to be doing comment replies on this video, only because I have a second video coming out later today, and I will be responding to some of your comments then. So make sure you're subscribed, you've got your notification bell on, because you will not want to miss my next video. So thank you all for watching, guys. I will see you all again very soon.